everybody, and welcome to round number 2 of Season 4 of the Sunoco Elite Series. We are at a brand new place. It's not brand new, but it's new to the schedule. This is Watkins, Glen, a beautiful track that a lot of the minor series go to as we're taking our first steps into it. But earlier today, history was made in qualifying as Fitzwater Australia Racing is 1, 2, and 3 on the starting grid. They completely swept qualifying. Karlsson Bowers was your pole sitter, as no one's happy about this. Everyone's going to have to work their absolute hardest to beat these guys because they were fast. They were pretty fast through practice, but not as fast as people like William Duncan. It's William Duncan and Bobby Jones. Those two were the two fastest in practice, but they kind of had a meh qualifying. Brock was third fastest, but he's actually near the front this time. So I'd say keep an eye out for William Brock as this race goes on. Yeah, on the front row is Karlsson Bowers and Max Anderson. Fitzwater Australia locks the front row with their team owner Fitzwater behind in third, sweeping the podium in qualifying. Alongside Aiden Shepard in his Shock Allison Racing number 26 machine, trying to best the Fitzwater Australias, but it's going to take a lot. In row 3, William Brock, third fastest in practice as said, and if anyone can conquer the Fitzwater Australias, it's going to be him. Alongside Lorenzo Log, which Lorenzo Log is, like I mentioned before, he didn't have the best of seasons last season, but he's trying to turn it around, starting P6 here today. On row 4, we have Scott Roush, who won at Sonoma in Season 1, so he has road course experience. We'll have to see if that can come through today. Alongside your point leader, William Karlsson Jr. in the Monarch, after making a huge upset in the first race. He now is your points leader coming into today. We'll see how he can do. And on row 5, we have Dak Jovic, the rookie for Full Frontal Motorsports, alongside Cordell Paulson, the team leader for Clever Hoss Racing. There is so much that could go down here today. As you see some people having a little bit of issues near the back here. Yeah, Hurley has an issue. We'll restack in just a moment. He might get back in. Looks like he's actually gonna get back in the line. Yep, we're good. They're getting back in the line just to... Nope, he's going low. Nope, that's it. We'll have to restack now. We'll be back in just a moment. Alright, everyone's stacked up correctly this time. Yep. So it will be Fitzwater Australia's 1, 2, 3 in qualifying, leading it down to the green flag, led by Karlsson Bowers, the only person on the team to have 5 or more wins, one of 4 people to have 5 or more wins, and he'll lead it down to the green flag here in Watkins, Glen. The green flag is in the air. It looks like the inside line got a terrible start back there. There's Skylar Johnson in the wall, but she's going to recover it as we barrel down into turn 1, and it's Karlsson Bowers coming out with the early lead as Fitzwater did not get the start he needed. From P3, he will drop to P5. Keep an eye out for William Karlsson Jr., your points leader. As we stand right now, if I'm correct, he would have the points lead still. But it's Fitzwater Australia still holding a 1-2 right now, but Aiden Shepard trying to fix that down the inside of the 1. I almost said the 43. He ain't in the 43 anymore. The 1 of Max Anderson, the current reigning champion, not going to get it from him though. Aiden Shepard now going to fight with Lorenzo Log for the 3rd position. But Fitzwater Australia Racing was your constructors champions last season, barely beating out what was William Brock Motorsports, now is Full Frontal Motorsports. And now they're back out here today, going exactly where they left off in their dominant form. Even with the rankings tightening up, it's still Fitzwater Australia dominating the boards. As I was wrong, this would start when there was a 3 wide, push Skylar Johnson wide, turned into Monaco by accident, and he would hit the wall. She would hit the wall and get hit by after Stucco as well, as those two have a lot of work to do now. As we look at the times now, it's Aiden Shepard, your fastest car on track. In the 26, he's challenging Anderson, as Lorenzo Log's already gotten past him, and now Aiden Shepard will. This leaves Bowers all alone and in striking distance of Lorenzo Log. Never gotten a win for this team ever since he joined it. He did get 3 wins under his last team, which was Clever Huss Racing, where he led that team for 2 seasons to 3 wins, which is, he has 3 of the 4 wins on that team. Cordell Paulson, their current team leader, has the other win, which came last season. But right now, it is Carson Bowers on lap 5 for the 1:11.9. Has anyone improved times? Not really, as it's still Aiden Shepard who has the fastest lap, as him and Anderson now beginning a brawl of their own. But Shepard trying to put in a good podium position for himself in the second race. A podium is something you really want. It helps with consistency. But Anderson has been shown to be so good down this back straightaway. Oh, but Shepard is too. They're both holding their own. Around the bus stop, and it's still Aiden Shepard leading him. Karlsson just trying to defend from the 11 car. William Karlsson Jr. has already made his father proud with a win, as he's going for another top 10. As he's still going to stay out front of Cordell Paulson. He's going to challenge Brock now. Karlsson trying to get himself into the top 5, get himself 2 top 5s in a row. But to get that top 5, he's going to have to pass right now his championship rival, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who currently sits second in points. Any improved lap, Dak Jovic goes second fastest at a 1:11.657. Other than that, no real improvements, except for the fact that Bowers was 4/10 down on Lorenzo Log on time last time around, and it's now 0.3 of a second separating the top 2, and it's 1 second separating the top 4. This pack has tightened it up, and it is Lorenzo Log now taking the lead away from the 39, as it looks like Aiden Shepard's going to do the same, and they're going to split these Fitzwater Australias from the top spot. But they're all still here. Don't count them out just yet, as I see Karlsson and Paulson continuing to battle back here. Karlsson looks like he really wants to go after that 01, but he just doesn't have the speed right now. He's just going to drop below the 11 car. Cordell Paulson, who has a win that came in Mid-Ohio last season, if I recall correctly. Right now, Lorenzo Log going for his first win for Epic Motorsports. Has never gotten one. He has 3 total wins, just none under this team. Everyone else behind him has wins. Shepard hasn't won under this team because that's only his second start, which he's in the running for it. So good job, Aiden Shepard. Anderson has 3 wins under this team. Fitzwater has 2 wins under this team. Bowers has 5 wins under this team. Together, Fitzwater Australia is one of the most threatening teams out here. Then you look behind, you see Brock, who has the most wins all time on the all-time win list, tied with James Constantin, the retired champion. As Cordell Paulson gonna make another move 1 lap later in the same place he made it on Karlsson. Looks like the 11 car of Cordell Paulson, their team leader, is on an absolute rampage right now. Where is his teammates, though? Bobby Jones in the 21st position, and Gerard Aron back at 35th, not having the day he wanted. Did not have a good qualifying, just hasn't recovered. As there he goes. Karlsson not going to waste time, not going to... Oh, but it's not going to work. Oh, Karlsson. Roush is approaching, and Roush is approaching fast. He needs to find a way around the 01. The most winningest driver in SCS history versus the person who just got his first career win. Oh, but Roush cuts Karlsson off. Karlsson's going to run it wide, and there goes Roush, there goes Arndt. And that pretty much guarantees that Fitzwater is your current point leader. But Cordell Paulson trying to hunt him down. Check on your 2 practice winners, or your 2 fastest in practice. That'll be the 66. Duncan still trying to get past the 87, as Jones or no, Duncan's gotten, yeah, no, they're still in the same positions. What am I thinking? Duncan just trying to get past Alexander Rowe, his teammate. Still got a long ways to go if he wants to win this race, and he's pretty far behind. As I see Fitzwater and Paulson and Anderson, all 3 of these guys fighting for it. I see Roush fighting with Brock back here. Scott Roush, the fan favorite, tied with Benoit Laverne, who looked decently fast in practice. He currently sits P12, battling with Julio Cesar. So another Monarch having a nice day, but Benoit Laverne, the other fan favorite, still sitting in a nice position. And now Arndt going to try to demand his way down the inside of William Brock as well. And if he can keep his momentum around this corner, he's going to get a huge boost out of the corner. And this will lead Karlsson down the inside as well. Get a little bit of a slipstream from the 05, and this should be position for Karlsson as well. Oh, Karlsson not giving up on that outside, and he'll make the outside move work as Karlsson slips into the, what I believe is the 10th or the 9th position. Arndt slips into the 8th, so that's more position that Arndt's gaining for his championship title hopes. Whoa, and as Shepard is falling behind Bowers, Bowers is actually gaining on the 14 as we have another battle. It's Epic Motorsports versus Fitzwater Australia Racing. Never count the 39 out of a win, especially at a road course. He is one of the best all time at the road courses, and he knows how to get it done. Here comes Carson Bowers back for his lead. Lap 16. As they race it out of the chicane up the hill, it's going to be Carson Bowers getting right back where he was before in the lead as Lorenzo Log slips back into P2, and maybe he'll have to wait another day for that 4th career win. But Carson Bowers, if he does win, he will tie William Brock on the all-time win list, which would mean he would be tied for the most wins all time. Anderson trying on Shepard. Now Fitzwater trying on Anderson. Oh, geez, this is getting a little jumbled up now. Paulson just looking to pounce, and he might pounce on Fitzwater. He's going to run wide, and he's going to tail behind Fitzwater now. As we're about halfway through this race now. And it's Anderson versus Fitzwater versus Paulson. As I saw Johnson make a mistake. Mulcher's in the pits. And it looks like now Paulson has broken one of the Fitzwater Australias out of the top 5. The lap car of Skyla Johnson really holding the guys up behind. She's going to duck wide. And it looks like Lorenzo's going to get under now. Oh no. They can't seem to find their way past Skyla. Which is what Bowers wants. He wants to get away. Lorenzo Log now running it deep under the 22 cars. He'll take second, or he'll remain in second. A little bit of a challenge for Aiden Shepard, but he's not going to get there. They really need to push her through this pack. Skyla fights back! Oh no. Fitzwater Australia really trying to run with this now. As there they start to go now. That's one move after another, and here comes Paulson now. Paulson trying not to give up. He doesn't want to give up the position to Anderson, so he has to keep pushing on Johnson. Anderson really pressuring. There's John Arndt on Roush now. John Arndt makes another move. Arndt has been tailing Roush for a while. He's really just been hiding behind him. But now, Arndt tried to make the move on the 38. He really wants this now. This lap car is giving him a chance to get through the field a little more. Same with Karlsson. Karlsson can have a chance to get back through the field. As we come down the front straightaway, Skylar Johnson holding up the rest of the field for the top 5, and Paulson is now away and is getting away from Anderson, which is what he wants and what Clever Haas really needs. Brock and Jovic back here, just trying to put together an alright day. They had an alright first race, and they're having an alright second race, so overall it's just alright for them so far this season. Nothing really amazing. Not like what Pensacola, Australia has been doing today, which easily is going to take constructors so far this season if they can hold on. Julio Cesar fighting behind for a few positions as Halleck and Jackson fight. Jackson trying to just go around the outside of him, which I'm not sure is a very smart move. This is from 15th. You also see William Duncan back here in 20th still. These guys cannot seem to find their way up to the pack, even though they were the absolute fastest back in practice. As we look back up. What's the gap now? 0.6 of a second. Lorenz isn't too far. And the rest of the field is not far on Lorenz. As they come around turn 1 on lap 20 of 33. As we're about half an hour through this race. About 22 minutes, but still have a little ways to go. Just a little, as you can see. That's the 11 car of Cordell Paulson on that outside, trying to overtake Fitzwater, and it looks like he will. Cordell Paulson is in the 4th position now, and here comes Lorenzo Log for the lead. As now positions are starting to jumble up a little bit. Paulson now takes the 4th position. I see a wreck there. That's the 88 of Julio Cesar. We'll see what happens. On lap 23, Cesar would try to make the move on Benoit Ravine. Come into the corner, get clipped by the 74. He would go way wide. Try to arch it down, wouldn't get there. And that is our first wreck of the day. And that is Cesar out of the race. As we are live now, as we go up the hill, this is lap 25. As Carson Bowers continues to lead here. As you can see, John Arndt has also gotten past Max Anderson and is now trying to pull away. 6th position. Arndt could actually be second in points right now. Him or Karlsson? Nah, I think Karlsson still got it. Even with his meh performance today. Well, it's not meh performance. It is still P9 for rank C, which is still amazing. But compared to what he did last week, it's definitely not as good. Here is the 14 and the 39 once again starting to brawl. Lorenzo Log seems to be so good in those last 2 corners, which is actually where William Duncan also thrives. As you can see, John Arndt back there. How fast is he compared to the leaders? 0.3 faster than your leader. He'll need a lot more than that to win this race, because we're nearing the end of this race actually. As it is, Carson Bowers trying to defend from the 14 of Lorenzo Log. I believe Lorenzo Log's wins came at Autodrome de Paris. He won at Old Spice and he won at Landmark Park. So 2 out of the 3 of them are road courses. One of them was a speedway, so he's all around pretty good. Carson Bowers, though, has won at Pensacola. God, I can't remember. He won at Old Spice as well. God, I can't even remember all the places Bowers has won. He's won so much in this series. That's insane. That I can't even remember where he's won. He probably can, though. As Fitzwater starting to drop behind a little bit. And Arndt may actually catch him. 113.6, 113.2. That's 4 more tenths he's gained on everyone in this pack. Fastest in this pack was Cordell Paulson at a 113.1. Oh, not a good run through turn 2 out of Karlsson Bowers, and this will lead the 14 to his rear fender. Can he take advantage of this situation? I wouldn't make the move here if I was him. This place has been really bad for making moves, as he'll actually go with that. And he'll put himself on the apron. He'll start to go down the inside. Here comes Lorenzo Log for the lead of the race here. Lap 27 of 33. We are nearing the end of this race, and can Lorenzo Log. Here comes Paulson as well on the 26. Lorenzo Log was not successful, but Paulson looks like it will be. Cordell Paulson is in the 3rd position now. Could Paulson win this race? He has the speed to do it. That was an excellent run out of the 11 car to get past the 26. That knocked Shepard out of his podium position, but still puts him in the top 5, which is very nice for Aiden Shepard. Cordell Paulson. This is why he is the team leader of Clever Haas Racing, as he now sits in podium position in the late race. As Lorenzo Log right back to the rear of Karlsson Bowers. Can he make the move this time? Couldn't make it work last time around. And if these two continue to fight, this will lead Cordell Paulson back to him. After that little fight with Aiden Shepard, he may be able to take this race win if he can focus hard enough. But we're coming to 5 laps to go, which 1 minute and 10 seconds a lap. So 5 laps isn't really short either, but it's still, we're coming down to 5 laps to go. And Karlsson Bowers and Lorenzo Log continue to fight for this win. Karlsson Bowers really fending him off. He's led the most laps at this point, so Karlsson Bowers is going to get an extra 10. Apologies, minor interruption. Don't want to talk about it. But it's going to be right now, Lorenzo Log and Karlsson Bowers. Lorenzo Log and Karlsson Bowers fight for the lead here. We're at 5 laps to go. Not much time left for him to make this move. But Paulson is also closing, as they're both on this apron. So is Paulson. Paulson's catching and gapping Shepard. I see someone ahead. That's Monaco. I don't think they'll catch him before the end of this race. Lorenzo Log looking wide. This means he's going to try to get a better line through here. But it can be very risky too. God, look at how good Paulson is. In the last corner. 4 laps to go. And Paulson has caught even more. Paulson is 7 tenths down on the lead. Oh, minor mistake out of the 39 in turn 1. Lorenzo Log right back to the fender. Paulson is there though. Lorenzo Log can't be risky right now, because if he makes a mistake, the 11 goes right by him. Which that's the seat that Lorenzo Log used to fill in Season 2, team leader at that team. Now Paulson trying to bring legacy to that seat once again. Right now, Lorenzo Log tries to catch the 39 of Karlsson Bowers, and Karlsson Bowers trying to become the driver to win most all-time, tied with William Brock, who's currently in the top 10 if I recall correctly. No, he's now in 11th. His teammate Jovic got past him. Look at the 11! He isn't waiting for a mistake out of Lorenz. He's going to do it himself. Paulson's right on the back of the 14. Cordell Paulson can now be considered a veteran. Easily, he can be considered an experienced veteran out here. He's been here since Season 2 when he started as a rookie under the rookie team, Spark Auto Racing, moved to Monarch, and was traded to this team last season. And ever since he was traded over, he has exploded. I don't think they'll catch lap car. Was there any incidents? No, only that 88. We'll watch. Can the 11 and the 14 do something? The 39 runs it a little wide, and the 14's going to try to take advantage. He's going to catch a little bit down this straightaway. Is this the straightaway coming down to the last two corners as Paulson, putting on so much pressure, runs him wide, and Paulson is doing so much right now. Even a podium for him would be amazing, but we're on lap 32. 2 laps to go for Karlsson Bowers. 5-time winner in this series, one of 3 active drivers in this series to make 5 or more wins, alongside William Brock and Philip Scott. These two know how to work and how to get things done. But right now, Karlsson Bowers trying to make it 6, become one of 3 people to make 6, which would be, well, total one of 2 active. It would be him and William Brock. Unless Lorenzo Log has something to say about it, but he ran a little wide. So did Bowers. And Cordell Paulson down the inside. Oh, he's very fast. Coming to the white flag. They're gonna need a mistake. And it's Karlsson Bowers. He's not a person who makes mistakes at road courses. He won the second round, which was a road course last season. This exact round, but it was at New Jersey Motorsports Park. He won it then. And it looks like he's going to win the second round again. White flag is in the air for Karlsson Bowers here in Watkins, Glen. But Lorenzo Log says no, it is not yours yet. He goes down the inside of the 39. They're going to brawl up the hill. Lorenzo Log isn't going to get there just yet. But this leads the 11 to the back of the 14. The 14 to the back of the 39. 14 starting to get, the 39 starting to get a little bit of a gap, and here comes the 11 for second. Oh, they're fighting too hard. This is going to let Bowers get away. This will make history and will become the second person to do this, and SCS history. It was him and Lorenzo Log all race. Lorenzo Log putting in an amazing performance, but he's not going to get that first win on Epic Motorsports. And around the last corner, Karlsson Bowers will take his 6th career win and will tie on the all-time win list. He wins in Watkins, Glen, and is now your most winningest driver in SCS history, tied with William Brock and James Constantin for win number 6. They were expected to win this race ever since qualifying, and Karlsson Bowers comes up the hill and will celebrate his 6th career win in the Sunoco Elite Series. Only 1 wreck throughout this whole race, so they kept it very calm, which is good. I like when it's calm. And Karlsson Bowers really had to defend there near the end. Lorenzo Log made an attempt. He really pushed him, but now the 39 can go to victory lane. Maybe not the points lead. That's probably going to the teammate Fitzwater. Arndt actually caught him near the end. But good job to Karlsson Bowers, winning in our first ever trip at Watkins Glen. He did it last season with our first ever trip to New Jersey. where he won it by a long shot. This time he had to work for it, and he did. Congratulations, Karlsson Bowers. Let's go look at your finishing results. So it's Karlsson Bowers taking career win number 6, tying William Brock on the all-time and Constantine as the most on the all-time win list. Lorenzo Log second, Cordell Paulson third, Aiden Shepard fourth, Fitzwater fifth, Arndt sixth, Roush seventh, Anderson eighth. William Karlsson Jr., your, if I'm correct, former points leader, still puts in a nice performance in ninth, probably second in points, and Dak Jovic will round out your top 10. What a race. Benoit Ravine, good race for him in P12, had a very good run in practice, and now he sits P12 in the race. Good job out of him. Jackson, more of a speedway guy is from his words, but he takes P13 at a road course. Great job out of him. Duncan, your practice winner, P18, did not get the run he needed. Some people back here who really didn't have the run they wanted. Caldwell, Gerard Aron, Chris Dottie was also really fast in practice. We didn't really talk about him. Malcher Vincent, another bad drive out of Adam Vincent. The Full Frontal Motorsports number 42 car. Really not showing the speed we've seen out of him in the first 2 seasons than in the last 2 seasons. But Rowe, P16, nice performance out of him. Decent one, but it all comes down to Karlsson Bowers taking career win number 6. Let's go look at yard points position. As we exit Watkins Glen, it'll be William Karlsson Jr. still remaining in the points lead, actually, by 8 points over Zachary Fitzwater Sr. So Karlsson's going to hang on for now. Karlsson really needs to pick up the pace a little bit more if he wants to stay ahead of Fitzwater, but still 2 top 10s in a row is very nice for a rank C ride. Fitzwater, Cordell Paulson, I did forget that Cordell Paulson was, if we look into him, was 5th in the first race and 3rd in the second, so Cordell Paulson's also very much in this championship. Aiden Shepard in 4th, John Arndt in 5th, which is a very nice ride out of John Arndt. For himself. Karlsson Bowers, your winner, in 6th. Anderson in 7th. Roush in 8th. Rowe in 9th. And Duncan rounding out your top 10. Jackson and Finguy down here, we're waiting till we step on a speedway. Then those two should start accelerating toward the front, which is going to be next time in Michigan. Michigan is going to be a fun race. It's treated us well in the past. Last time we were there, we had Epic Motorsports win their home race with Vance Caldwell, even though he isn't out of Michigan. The entire team is. So you look down. Fitzwater Australia now leads constructors by almost 130 points over Monarch, Maverick, Shock Allison, Scott Ganassi. Epic Motorsports got a boost. Roush Racing Enterprises, Red Stallion, Clever Haas, Full Frontal, HHR, Trailblazer, Thundersport, and Sabasport at 56. Sabasport really not performing the way they wanted to. But we'll look back up. Congratulations, Karlsson Bowers. Congratulations, William Karlsson Jr. for keeping his points lead to the first 2 races, which is very impressive to keep it through the first 2 races, especially when the other person was Fitzwater and Bowers, who are 2 of the strongest people in the field. Anderson also here trying to get his 2nd championship in a row. Roush, fan favorite, he's also here. And Benoit Ravine has never finished in the top 20 in points. Currently sits 18th in points. So could he finally get that top 20 in points here in Season 4? Next time we'll be at Michigan International Speedway, or Raceway, I believe. Clearing throat. But until then, guys, ciao.